Welcome to the Taking Care of Tutu podcast. I'm your host, Meg Obanoff. Today we're really grateful to have Molly Schmidt. She's the CEO of the Pacific Islands region for the American Red Cross. Welcome, Molly. We're happy to have you here today.
Aloha. Thank you for having me.
So we've obviously just had a big disaster with the Kona Low storms here on Maui and in the state. And I'm just really interested to hear what the Red Cross is doing, what the Red Cross needs help with, how people can sign up to work with the Red Cross. Would you be up for just kind of explaining all that to me?
Absolutely. It would be my honor to be able to share the role of the Red Cross in this disaster response that has really affected the entire state. And
Yeah.
all the islands have been affected. Kona Low 1.0, 2.0, the series
Yeah.
of storms that have come through. Really, some of the most devastating flooding in decades. We've had, well, everyone has really been suffering. Some areas are more intense in terms of the disaster. When a disaster happens, the power goes out, roads are blocked, streets are flooded, homes are flooded, people are impacted. That is stressful. That is an urgent emergency. And the American Red Cross, the Hawaii chapter, has been in and of community working alongside partners, state and county local officials to provide relief in terms of sheltering, emergency information, preparedness, all of those things that help a community really know how to prepare for and respond to a disaster when it happens.
So you folks have volunteers already who have trained with the Red Cross in advance of a disaster.
Yes, statewide, the Hawaii chapter of the Red Cross has about 2,000 volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
We train them and train them and retrain them. And
Mm-hmm.
in advance of storms, in advance of hurricane season, in advance of wildfire season, we will do refresher trainings to make sure that our Red Cross volunteers always have the most updated information, are in coordination with partners and in community to really each community knows their community best. And so
Mm-hmm.
the Red Cross looks to work with our local organizations as well to make sure that we can add value and add a response that is coordinated and really meets the needs of neighborhoods and entire villages and things like that. The Red Cross opened 18 Red Cross shelters across the state over the last now 3 weeks. Currently, there are no Red Cross shelters, or there are no shelters at all operating at the moment. We've moved out of response and now we're moving and shifting into recovery.
So for the immediate response, there were 18 shelters open, and then you have to get the volunteers to help people there, the people to manage it, obviously supplies and materials, food for the people in the shelter. Is that all as part of it?
That's all part of it. And through those 18 shelters, we were able to provide overnight sheltering for over 660 people statewide. In the shelters, we provided over 3,200 plus meals across the state of Hawaii during that response. We were able to supply all of our shelters with our cots, with our blankets, with hygiene kits. We call them comfort kits, right? When people leave their home suddenly in the middle of the night, maybe they
They
just
need a toothbrush and yeah.
in our shelters, everyone is welcome. In our shelters, it's a safe place. It's all coordinated with the counties through their emergency management center.
What about pets?
Pets are welcome. Yep. We know that our furry friends of all types are important parts of our ohana. And
And
so,
also, I think as an estate planning attorney, I can tell you people are very into their pets. And so
absolutely.
I think I can see not being able to bring your pet as a barrier for someone
Yeah,
evacuating.
absolutely. Yeah. We do encourage people to bring things with them, though.
Right.
With
Like food for their pet.
We exactly food for their pet, a leash, a crate if you need, things like that.
Yeah.
Safety is the number one most important thing.
Right.
The Red Cross will provide the basic things. We can't provide everything.
Yeah.
So looking at your own needs, right? So that's part of preparedness education
Yeah.
that we work with
Right.
our kūpuna and our communities around. Take a look at your own situation, make your go bag, know your contacts, have a plan.
Yeah.
And in your go bag, are there things that you specifically need, right? Are there medications? Are there specialized equipment and things like that? Are there battery backups? Are there important papers? Those types of things. Have that emergency kit ready to go and have a plan and know your contacts in your phone, but also a written list, right? Of who's
Mhm.
your emergency contacts and who you need to reach out to if you need to suddenly, leave your home through an evacuation order or through an unsafe situation and you need to find a safe shelter with the Red Cross. Having a preparedness mindset and having that plan ahead of time helps to reduce the stress and anxiety if that moment happens.
Your
Want that
idea. I like your idea of the written contacts because we don't know anybody's phone number anymore.
right? Yeah. Yeah. And relying on technology is great, but it's also if power goes out or connectivity goes out, really thinking through what would you do and how would you be prepared? How would you get transportation if you have mobility issues? What are those things that you are going to need? And so the
Yeah.
Red Cross provides those distribution of emergency supplies. We have also been working with partners, county and state, with our damage assessment. So we have teams of volunteers that will go into communities, sometimes knock on people's doors, make phone calls, set up appointments to have skilled damage assessment people come in and assess the damage. That damage is not an insurance damage. It is in recovery and emergency response. So county, FEMA, the Red Cross, and partners, we have our damage assessment process where we will look at, what was the level of the water and what was the extent of the flooding and things like that so that we know. We have completed most of those major damage assessments. There are some pockets of areas that were inaccessible and still are inaccessible. And so
Can
we
I
are
interrupt just for a second? So you're helping the homeowner document, or let's just say it was a homeowner, you're helping them document the damage that was done. So if they need relief from the county, the state, or FEMA, they're able to document that claim. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and so the reason that the Red Cross works with damage assessment is we want to provide immediate financial assistance.
Oh, okay.
And so that damage assessment informs the immediate financial assistance. And
Got
that is
it.
all part of the services that the Red Cross provides.
Yeah.
And so those in-person visits are an important way that the Red Cross is able to meet the people where they are. We'll answer questions, we'll build trust. We're in the communities where the residents can engage with a Red Cross volunteer face to face. And getting money into the hands and an immediate financial assistance is also part of the Red Cross support.
Okay, so you're saying that you're doing assessments to help the Red Cross itself is providing some financial assistance to people, not necessarily. I was thinking the Red Cross was facilitating claims to state or county or FEMA,
No,
but you're saying that Red Cross is actually providing financial support based on
the
the
Red Cross
damage.
provides
Okay,
financial support, as do other partners as well. The Red Cross does the damage assessment process in collaboration with state and county
got
and
it.
FEMA because there may be other resources that a family is eligible for.
Yep.
So the Red Cross financial assistance is only one small part of
Mhm.
a recovery package
Yeah.
that may be pieced with other partners, state, county, FEMA, things like that, and other partners as well.